Hello learners and happy Monday. Welcome to U.S. History Foundations to Reconstruction, weeks 14 and 15. So I just want to remind you obviously that we do have Thanksgiving break this week. And when you come back that following Monday, it's December 2nd and there will not be a new weekly instructional lesson. The next one will pick up on December 9th. Okay, so if you're on pace and you're watching that this week, like I said, the next weekly instructional lesson will be on December 9th, and there will not be a new one when you come back because I combined the weeks since we only have 7 days in 2 weeks. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, you can ask me. Just send me a hangout. Okay, so we are on weeks 14 and 15. The assignments are 2.11, 12, 13, and 15. So we are finishing up Unit 2 with the Constitution of the United States, an essay on checks and balances, the quiz, and the test for Unit 2. Okay, and the learning target, I can identify the main issues at the Constitutional Convention, summarize the major decisions of the Great Compromise, and understand the final ratification. Okay, so I want you to take a minute and think about where you have made a compromise with a family member or a friend. So think about a time where you made a compromise with a family member or a friend. And think about, was it an easy task to reach the compromise? And just take a minute to think about the quote found below. Okay, so I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, so hopefully you came up with a time where you reached a compromise and you might have thought to yourself, maybe I didn't get everything that I wanted. My husband always says that a good compromise is when both sides are left feeling a little bit cheated. Maybe they didn't get everything that they wanted, and that's what compromise is about, and that's what actually the entire kind of world's about, compromising. I found this quote, though, which is a little bit of a different view on it. It says, a compromise is the art of dividing a cake in such a way that everyone believes he has the biggest piece. So you maybe want to lead the person that you're getting into the compromise with to believe that you gave a lot in terms of them getting the biggest piece or more than they wanted. So you could kind of rephrase things, do things a little bit differently so that they believe they got the biggest slice of the pie. Okay, so hopefully that means something to you. And like I said, maybe you have reached a good compromise or have had to compromise with your parents. I know growing up, I was always reaching compromises. If I did this, I could do this. If I cleaned my room, I could do this. If I did this much of this, I could do this. So life is very much full of compromises, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so you're going to read the assignment 11 entitled Constitution of the United States from your Odyssey Ware class. I'd also like you to read How the Great Compromise and the Electoral College Affects Politics Today. Take some notes on why the Great Compromise truly was a great compromise. Okay, and there's also a video on the Constitutional Convention from BrainPop. Username and passwords there. You're going to want to continue to take notes on what happened at the convention and why the Articles of Confederation were not revised, but rather the Constitution was created. Okay, so going in, they told people we're revising the Articles, but a few people knew from the get-go that they wanted to throw them out. They weren't strong enough, and you're going to learn some about that today. And you can also practice your note-taking skills that you have been learning in your ConnectU with watching videos, reading articles. You can try, the concept mapping or the Cornell notes or however strategy that you think works for you outlining. And when you're done, you can take the flashcards and Quizlet. Okay, I want you to take a minute too and explain, how does this cartoon represent the steps taken towards the Great Compromise? So once you learn more about the Great Compromise, this cartoon will make a little bit more sense and you can describe it to me. Okay, so in order to check your understanding of the Constitution, please complete this small quiz recalling the information that you learned. And then the elaborate, after previously learning about the Articles of Confederation and learning about the Constitution this week, you're going to compare and contrast the Articles of Confederation to the U.S. Constitution. And I included a Venn diagram, so you can print it, you can take a picture of it, you can find your own Venn diagram, and you will compare and contrast the Articles to the Constitution. So you can definitely go back into last week's lesson in my Google Classroom and kind of review the Articles of Confederation, or there are some good reviews throughout this lesson as well. And you will be graded on the rubric down below them. Okay, and then just tell me what new information you've learned from this lesson. So any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. Like I said, we are finishing up Unit 2 and we will be moving on to Unit 3. And like I said before, this is 2 weeks wrapped into one weekly instructional lesson. Okay, so everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving break. If you need anything, we'll be here Monday and Tuesday, and then we are off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and of course over the weekend. And we're back here on Monday. Okay, so send me a hangout and have a wonderful break. You can also work during break though. I want to mention that nothing closes down. So if you are behind or want to get ahead, you are more than welcome to do so. Okay, so have a wonderful break. Thanks, guys.